if I traded it all, if I gave
Welcome back, everyone. I have with me now today David Phillips. David is a nationally recognized financial contributor in several national financial newsletters, including Weiss Ratings, Forecasts and Strategies, and in Retirement Watch. David has been helping people for 45 years avoid common pitfalls when it comes to estate planning. And like anything else, a lot of people make mistakes when it comes this big time. Welcome to the show. Welcome back, I should say. You were here with us once before, and I appreciate you coming back. We're live on Facebook for, again, anyone that's listening. You're listening to all of this information. You also can call in here as well, and also like us and follow us too. Okay, great. So let's talk a little bit about you for real quick. I know you're a best-selling author as well, so let's talk about you, what you do, your book, and what we're going to do to help people.
Thanks, Carol. I've been doing estate planning all over the United States, not just here in Arizona, for 45 years. And as a result of that, I've encountered so many mistakes that I've seen people make time and time again. So I wrote a book called The 10 Most Common Estate Planning Mistakes and How to Avoid Them. It's this little book right here. And it's available to your listeners at no cost. They call into our office. They put their hat in the ringer, and we'll see if they can qualify to get it, and we'll send them a copy at no cost.
If it's okay with you, I'd like to open up that out to the audience and just let them call in here. They love doing that. It's easier for them, too. So we've got our lines open here. This book is called The 10 Most Common Estate Planning Mistakes and How to Avoid Them. He wrote this. He's a pro at this, over 45 years of doing this. And everyone, we're going to let everyone have it. Our number here, 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Here again is something that I think everyone should have this. Maybe it's you. Maybe you've got some older parents. You might want to get this in there now. Start seeing where things are set up, because like everybody else, and I was hit with it too, it's going to be wrong. So
the key to all of this is that the Egyptians were absolutely wrong. You can't take it with you. You have to have some kind of a design, a plan, a strategy on who gets what, when they get it, and how they get it. Anyway, the mistakes that I see, though, the most common ones that I see is, of course, not having a plan at all, or an antiquated plan, a plan that has been around for 10 years. You haven't updated your will. You've had a divorce. You've moved to another city. There's a lot of changes. And we've had, actually, in the last 10 years, we've had 3 major tax law changes. And you need to update your plan to coordinate with those.
Sure.
The second mistake that I'm seeing time and time again is not preparing for the exorbitant costs of a long-term care event. We're kind of, hide our heads in the sand on this one and think it's going to happen to the other guy. But unfortunately, 72% of those of us that are over 65 will have a long-term care event. And listen to this, 95% of us that are married over 65, one of the spouses will have a long-term care event. 95%.
That's scary.
80% of women will have a long-term care event. So it's something we cannot forget. And the expense, the costs that are being incurred with this are outrageous. Over $100,000 a year just in normal care. That can wipe out an estate in an instant. And so there are some solutions, and I talk about the solutions not only in the book, The 10 Most Common Estate Planning Mistakes, which you said is complimentary to everybody, but we also have a companion piece that we have produced called Leverage Care Solutions, Answers to Today's Long-Term Care Crisis. It is a crisis. It is something that's going to impact us, and we have to prepare for it. My father-in-law, for example, just passed away just a couple months ago. We had to take care of him. That was the only option that we had. I mean, we could have put him in a home, but that's not what my wife wanted to do. She wanted to take care of him. You understand what the impact is. I mean, all of us have had a long-term care event somewhere in our family. Your parents, your friends, someone has, especially us boomers, we have had this. And I do not want to paint myself into a corner like my parents did, like my father-in-law did and my mother-in-law did. I don't want to do that. I don't want to give my children 0 options. I want to have choices.
Right.
And there are some solutions to that. And I explain those in this Leverage Care Solution.
So they not only can get the book,
Correct.
which is the 10 most common estate planning mistakes and how to avoid them, and also this leverage, it's care solutions. It's answers to today's long-term care crisis. And you know what? I think this is invaluable for people to at least have the information and do what you want with it. But, have it, get it, read it. Find out if there's something in there that you should have. Again, our number here, we're going to open up the lines to the audience and keep them open for the rest of the show. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. When you work with people, do you do free consultations with them to talk with them and things like that?
Correct. I have a staff, of course, and I do as well, but I have a staff that helps out. Cindy is here with us today, and she will really help you focus on the long-term care situation. That's kind of her specialty. She's done a lot of things in financial planning, but this is kind of a specialty where she focuses on is the long-term care. So she knows what solution would be right and proper for you.
You want to check them out on their website. Now here it is. It's EPMEZ.com for estate planning made easy. That's what it is. So EPMEZ.com. You can also call them toll free. Their number is toll free 888-892-1102, or call in here and get yourself this book. Everyone's getting it. The book, you're going to get the information of it. It's a pamphlet, but it's more than that. It's
a how-to.
It's a how-to.
Hands-on.
And that's a hands-on book here. That's Leverage Care Solutions, Answers to Today's Long-Term Care Crisis. And the book is, again, the 10 most common mistakes that people make in estate planning. So our number here, 602-277-5369. And toll-free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Okay. You're also an author for a columnist.
Right. I do a monthly column for Weiss. It's called Weiss Ratings, and it's in their investors' information. So just go to Weiss Ratings, and you can find me as one of the experts there. And I just finished an article that was published October the 18th titled Not Properly Preparing for the Exorbitant Cost of Long-Term Care or a Long-Term Care Event. And they did a really, really good job of synthesizing some stuff that I had written before, and it's there for you as well. And that's obviously free. Just go onto their website, or you can go onto our website, as you said, and get this information as well. But you can get these reports, these free reports that we have. The key, though, I think, to all of this is not just getting this information. Having Cindy do a complimentary, free analysis of the new solutions. There are new solutions. In the past, we only had really two solutions. The first one was to get a standalone long-term care policy. In 2000, there were 500,000 long-term care policies sold in the U.S. In 2015, 200,000. 500,000. In 2015, only 100,000. So we had 500 and now 100. Why the big drop? It's because those policies, the prices have gone up. Hardly anybody can qualify for them. Their premiums keep increasing. And the biggest thing is it's a use it or lose it proposition. If you never ever use your long-term care, if you never trigger it, which nobody wants to do, but we're going to, 80% of us are going to trigger it, the key is that you never get your money back. The other option was to self-fund, just to put the money in an account and let it accumulate. But the new solutions right now, I explain in this book, the leverage, and they're called Leverage Care Solutions. It's like taking $100 in one pocket and transferring it over to your other pocket, so left pocket to right pocket, transferring it. It's still an asset on your balance sheet. It's still something that's showing on your balance sheet, but it expands up to 3 to 10 times. So if you trigger the long-term care, your $100 becomes $300 to $1,000. Mm-hmm. That's what they call it. It's called a leverage. That's leverage, using the $100 to create $300. And I explain that in this report.
And in this, they also get this when you're going to give this to them for free. So again, you're going to get they're going to go over, because everybody's situation is different. So you have to find out. They're going to give you this leveraged care sort of solution for you. They're going to do that for you.
That's the analysis.
That's the analysis. That's what it's called. And also you're going to get the 10 most common mistakes, the book that he wrote, and it's how to avoid them for estate planning. And again, I believe that everyone should have this. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm dealing with it now. And it's been 2 years, and it's still going on because somebody didn't do something right. And there wasn't even a lot of money. It was not about that. It's just somebody didn't do something right. And you know what's the one that is now gone that you can't even say, can you fix this? So that's why everybody should have this. Again, 10 most common estate planning mistakes. Our number here, 602-277-5369. You're also going to get the leverage care solution, answers to today long-term care crisis. That's important also for everyone to have. Our number here, 602-277-5369.
If I traded it all.
Welcome back. And we are talking with David Phillips. He's here live with us, and second time he's been here. We have our lines open here for people to get the book that he wrote. It is the 10 most common estate planning mistakes and how to avoid them. Also, he has with this that you're going to get his guide on the leveraged care solutions, answers to today's long-term care crisis. Again, this is everything. Everybody should have this information. What you do with it then, they'll do a consultation with you, and it's obvious. There's no obligation, but to sit and talk with them is important, very important. Also, to get, this was what you called what was that?
Analysis.
This is the analysis,
leveraged care analysis.
And this is important for everybody to have, because if you do this with him, which he's giving to everybody, all of this for free, is that you're going to find out exactly where you stand if you do certain things. Is that correct?
And what your options are.
And what your options are. So we're going to talk about that. I want you to go on his website, which is epmez.com. Now that is estate planning made easy. .com. That's what that's for. And you can call them direct toll free. It's 888-892-1102, or call in here and everyone's getting these things for free. So our number here, 602-277-5369. So how does someone know what the best options are for their situation?
Okay, well, in reference to care, long-term care, that's kind of what we're focusing on right now. And as I said, that's one of the biggest mistakes that I see people making, is they just don't. They hide their head in the sand. They just forget. They don't want to face this event. And the key to Leverage Care Solution, this new type of plan that is available, it's only been available since really 2010. The reason why they shouldn't avoid it is because it's just it's a transfer or a repositioning of an asset. It's not an expenditure. It's not like car insurance or homeowners insurance or medical insurance. If you never ever use it, you don't get your money back. With the Leveraged Care Solution, if you never use it, which is everybody's goal, the money that you transferred from your left pocket to your right pocket is still an asset on your balance sheet, and it's then passed to your beneficiaries, either in the form of a life insurance benefit or in an annuity value. So they get the money. It's not money that's gone forever. It's not poof, it's gone. It's not a use it or lose it proposition. And I really think this is important because back in 2006, there was a bill that was passed called the Pension Protection Act. And in there's a little code section called Section 844. And in this code, in this Section 844, it says that you can have a life insurance policy or an annuity if it's specially designed, and we know which ones they are. If it's specially designed, the money can explode like this, expand like this, and instead of being just worth $1, it's worth $10 if you need it for care. And so you're leveraging the dollar to create more dollars for care. If you never ever need the care, the dollar is returned to your beneficiary. Mm-hmm. See, that's the key.
And again, what you said, I think, also was the key, is that you know what those things are to look for, and other people don't.
Right.
And also to explain this process is also important to do that with them.
Well, we've done a lot of study. You see, I've been doing estate planning for 45 years. And I see that this is a big mistake people are making, and they're uneducated. And, well, they hide their head in the sand, as I said earlier, but they're also uneducated about it. And we know which plans are out there, the new plans especially that are out there. We've studied them all, and we know which ones are the best for you and your given situation based on your health status, based on your circumstances, cash-wise and whatnot. We know which ones are the best for you. And so we can guide you in that direction. And Cindy Northworthy, who's with our firm, she specializes in this. So I would call Cindy at my office and say, hey, Cindy, tell me, which one should I get? Which one should I look at? But before you even get to that point, we have an analysis that's complimentary that they just call in and say, can you help me? And we'll help them. We'll show them the options and lay it out for them, and then they can make a logical and an educated decision on which plan is best for them.
You can call in here and get it for free. We have the analysis for you, the book for you, as well as all the information about long-term care. Our number here, 602-277-5369, and toll-free, it's 1-866-536-1100. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that'll agree with me with when I say this. I think it's not that they want to put their heads in the sand, okay? I think that there's some people that are uncomfortable talking about money, and what you're going to leave me. And it just depends on the people and the family and the group and how they're comfortable about talking about death. And because, they don't want to.
No.
And I think that's something that that's what you're all about, is to be able to talk about them and explain them for them the best thing for them and have it written out so that's right, not only for them, but really it's for the kids. It's for whoever you're leaving it for. Is that correct?
That's correct. It's for your family and those that you love. And it's a distribution of an asset. It's who gets what, when they get it, and how they get it. At that time, when that occurs, when death occurs, I have seen, and we all have seen, the best and the worst of human emotions come. But the worst part of it is, she wanted me to have it. No, she wanted me to have it. And so you have the family feud, and that comes in. And you want to avoid that. So in the 10 most common estate planning mistakes booklet, this free one here that we're giving to everybody, I talk about the 10 mistakes. And not to totally, there's 10 mistakes.
Right.
But the one that I'm seeing right now, the most grievous, is this one of forgetting to take care of the long-term care event, especially because there's so many really outstanding options today that were available. Before, we only had standalone long-term care. Now we have these viable solutions. I was talking with a client the other day. He said, I talked with my agent that's a friend of mine, and I'm not going to say the company, and he said he's been my friend for 20 years. He doesn't know anything about this. He says it doesn't exist. I go, well, no, it does exist. He said, well, it's too good to be true. And I go, no, it's not. It's been around for at least since 2010, but most of these plans actually started getting their wind under their sail in 2006 when they knew that the Pension Protection Act, and especially Section 844, but of that act, was going to go into play in 2010. So you need to get with somebody that knows about Section 844. We do. We've studied it. We know exactly where the plans are, and Cindy is a specialist in this area.
Now, okay, and we've got our lines open here, and everyone that's calling in is going to get his book. It's the 10 most common mistakes that you make in estate planning, and also the guide that you're going to get on the answers to today's long-term care, the crisis with that, and he says it's huge. Also, you're going to get the analysis from them. This is all for free for everybody, and I believe that even if it's not you, you might know someone. It might be your parents. You're listening here right now, and your parents are older, or you yourself, you want to take care of these things and get them done right now and done right. So we've got our lines open here. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Call in throughout the rest of the show for all of these things. I think these things are very important for people to have. I know, I wish I had you on and known before my dad had passed. The website is EPMEZ, so it's estateplanningmadeeasy.com. That's what that's for, EPMEZ.com. You can call them toll free, which is 888 892-1102, and they'll do a free consultation with you. They help people. You help people from all over.
Correct. Yes, we're a national firm.
Right.
We do have a lot of clients here in Arizona, but most of our clients actually are spread out all over the country. We're licensed in every state, and so we represent clients everywhere.
So call in here and get all of this. The number is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. We have a short amount of time. So, David, what is unique about your firm?
Well, that's a great question. Thanks, Carol, for asking that. Why should you work with us? In other words, is another way to put that. These plans are available to pretty much any agent that has knowledge, any representative that has knowledge. They could get the knowledge and be able to talk to you about it. But we're the only ones that you're going to talk to that have been highly recommended by financial gurus such as Mark Skousen in Forecast and Strategy, such as Dr. David Eifrig in Retirement Millionaire. These are newsletters that are all over the country, and they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Bob Carlson in Retirement Watch has recommended us for 30 years. You can't find that anywhere else. So why do they recommend us? Why do they recommend us to their subscribers? Because we know what's going on. We're usually in the cutting edge of everything. We knew about this Section 844 actually before it became law, and we certainly knew it before it became law in 2010. So you need to know the plans that are out there, what's available. And I highly recommend that if you want to take care of this long-term care solution, if you want to take care of it, you need to call us, and we'll do the complimentary analysis for you and tell you which plan is best for you.
Call in here and get it all for free. You're going to get the analysis. You're going to get the book, the 10 most common mistakes people make with estate planning. Also, the answers to long-term care crisis. Our number here, 602-277-5369.